More than 200 nations at the Worldwide Climate Conference have decided to launch a loss and damage fund to support countries hit by global warming. The landmark announcement came at the start of the COP28 climate talks being held in the United Arab Emirates. Thomas I. Likeness has the details.
Climate finance has been a key sticking point at past climate meetings. Wealthy nations most responsible for emissions have not delivered on promises to support vulnerable states who are most affected but least responsible for global warming. The Emirates say they will kick in $100 million to the fund. The European Union followed with $246 million. More pledges are expected in coming days, but the amounts so far fall well short of the $100 billion that developing nations say they need. A central focus of COP28 will be the limited progress on curbing global warming. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres paints a bleak picture.
We are living through climate collapse in real time, and the impact is devastating.
He says communities around the world have been pounded by fires, floods, and soaring temperatures. Guterres says that should trigger world leaders to act. As the conference opened, concerns had been raised about a conflict of interest for COP President Sultan Ahmed Al Jaber, who's also head of the Emirates' national oil giant. Jaber denies he used the COP presidency to pursue new fossil fuel deals, but in his opening address he says fossil fuels cannot be ignored.
We must look for ways and ensure the inclusion of the role of fossil fuels.
UN climate chief Simon Steele agrees that fossil fuels have to be talked about, but he says it's time for their use to come to an end.
If we do not signal the terminal decline of the fossil fuel era as we know it, we welcome our own terminal decline.
It's hard to say if any real action will come out of the fortnight-long gabfest. Past conferences have produced climate treaties, but despite those agreements, global temperatures continue to rise. As global leaders and experts continue their discussions, the world waits to see whether the commitments made this month in Dubai will remain just promises on paper or result in real action on the climate front. Thomas I. Likeness from Ng Agila International. Trusted, connected, on point.